Alright, welcome back to the channel. So let's check out what's going on with JASMY today. Before we jump into the video, just to let you know, the Discord that I've been talking about for the past couple of videos has finally been set up. So if you do want to hop over to the Cowboy Discord, we'll just be sharing memes, we'll be sharing chart setups, time sensitive information, and just chatting with the community. Very chill place. If you want to come join, once again, link will be in the description of this video. So let's jump right into the video. What is going on with JASMY today? So I honestly thought, I didn't make any videos yesterday. I probably thought the best day to take a day off would be yesterday, because the whole markets were moving sideways yesterday. I mean, there was really nothing to update apart from the fact that we were just going sideways and chopping around. Bitcoin is now starting to gear up and have a big move to the upside. This is really where we want to see JASMY start to wake up again, and unfortunately JASMY's really not waking up. JASMY is getting beaten down to a pulp right now, and I don't enjoy saying that because obviously I'm in a trade for JASMY. I do hope that I don't get stopped out. If you are new to this channel, my stop loss on my JASMY trade is in at 1.923 cent. We did get in on our last JASMY trade all the way down here at basically 179 cent. So if we do come down, worst case scenario, I will be stopped out in a 7% loss, and it is somewhat possible that we could visit these lows and then just skyrocket. But I honestly think it's either time that we're about to start melting to the upside again, or we are about to move to the downside. Now there's a lot of evidence in favor of the bears. For example, I mean, not even considering the huge all-time high we've got, that we have fallen not so gracefully from, you can see we've got a plethora of local highs that are all lower highs every time we put them in. And if we zoom in onto the data that we've been putting in, when we came up to 5 cent, we were being conservative, saying, you know, I think we need to go to lower price levels. We went all the way down to the price levels that I was talking about. This is when we need to see a huge bounce, but we've had a very small bounce. We've had a lower high, and now we are moving back down to the downside. So honestly, not the greatest that we're seeing right now. I'd really like to say I see something else going on, but I'm honestly not. I mean, your oscillators, your money flow indicator is quite overextended. Obviously, this is mainly a retail driven coin, so you know, while the chart is very weak right now, this chart kind of shows that there's not, you know, there could be a lot more money to flow into this, but it does seem like retail is currently fighting to try and keep this alive right now. It really does seem like it wants to go to lower price targets. The lower time frames are extremely like beaten down right now, so I wouldn't put it past JASMY to have maybe one more bounce before we do roll over. However, I'm not closing my trade right now. I honestly think, you know, whether I close it in a 15% profit or a 7.5% profit, it really doesn't matter to me. I still do think JASMY is going to be very macro bullish once the market does start waking up. If Bitcoin is waking up, then, you know, the total crypto market cap excluding Bitcoin should be waking up. So yeah, you can see, excluding Bitcoin, your total too, we are having a decent rally today. We're up 1.5%. You can kind of see Bitcoin is outperforming the market right now. Bitcoin's up 2.5%, which well, I mean, I don't need to imagine. I know if the if Bitcoin's up more than the altcoins, and you know, the total crypto market cap excluding Bitcoin is up less than Bitcoin, then obviously our Bitcoin dominance has got to be coming up. So where's your Bitcoin dominance? Here we go. So Bitcoin dominance showing strength once again. We're coming into the 200 day, so this is a very key moment for Bitcoin. The last time Bitcoin managed to push above the 200 day, I don't know if you guys watch my channel, but you know, during this time it was very sticky and very boring for most altcoins. A lot of the new ones that we're looking at now, like the move to earns, these were moving during this cycle, and they still were when Bitcoin moved to the downside. However, Bitcoin is showing once again that it's daddy. Bitcoin is gearing up for a move to the upside, a big move to the upside in my opinion. I still think it is very likely Bitcoin could come to 49,000 within the next few weeks or so, and I would hope that that would mean continuation is on the table for JASMY. But you know, we're emming out, we're coming back to the neckline, we're struggling to push above it. On the 4 hour, you know, bear in mind it was only 4 hours ago we were having a big rejection from this 4 hourly EMA, so it has not been too long since we did have our last rejection. And yeah, I mean, all in all, I really don't like the chart setup of JASMY. Like I say, I do try and be as transparent as possible. You know, even if I do hold a crypto, I'm not just gonna, you know, shill it or say the good things when there's bad things going on. And as far as I can tell, there's not an awful lot looking bullish on the JASMY chart. I mean, we were looking pretty good when we were down here coming back up to the 618. And you know, we've had a huge uptrend. We've back tested the 786 as support, but we also came up to the 618 and got rejected. So we're in this really awkward phase right now where we're chopping around between your 618 and your 786. And I don't think anyone, like, I don't even think if you're the best analysis in the world, I don't think anyone can really predict whether we're going to move up or down right now, because we're really trending between two very important levels. On one side, the trend is valid because you're above your 786. On the other side, we've come up to your 618 and got a rejection. So we're really sitting at that 50-50 moment. I'm not going to lie and try and fit a narrative into the chart. If the chart doesn't look like it's inherently bullish or bearish, then I'm just going to say it how it is. And as far as I can see right now, all we're doing is chopping up, and there's more bearish things than bullish things, unfortunately. So, you know, once again, my stop loss is down here at 1.9 cent. If JASMY needs to cool off, you know, one more time and, you know, come down and make some new lows, retest the lows, do whatever it needs to do, I will keep you updated on that front. And we also highlighted, you know, the last time JASMY did something like this, we came up 786 and we were off to the races. In this instance, we've had, you know, a pump, 786, rejection of the 618, and now we're coming back down. So honestly, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I'm not going to only talk about the bullish things or ignore the bearish things. I'm honestly not really liking the setup of JASMY right now. I'd like to see a reversal. I'm not flipping bearish on this while we are above the 786, but do bear in mind that is where my stop loss is. If we come down to here, I'll be stopped out on a profit. It is what it is, and we'll be looking to play once again from a position of strength. So that is all I see for JASMY. I don't think now is the right time to start trading JASMY. For me personally, I'd like to see two regions flipped. And I'll leave you with this, the 618 fib and this previous local top. If you've been watching my JASMY videos for, you know, maybe a month or so, when we were all the way here at 5 cent, I talked about the significance of, you know, coming back down and holding, you know, your 618 and this region. So, you know, even when we came down, we never held it. We came up and we tried to hold it, and we failed both of them. So I have to be honest. Like I said, I'm not the biggest fan of the chart setup on JASMY right now. However, you know, I'm going to be holding my my trade even if I come down and get stop loss out in a very small profit. That is all I've got for JASMY. A lot of indicators are pointing that we're at a very pivotal moment, like the squeeze one, which is, like I'm saying, you know, that I don't think there is, you know, a clear cut we're moving up or down. You can see we're really moving sideways. This is the point at this literal moment in time where the squeeze bomb is going to decide whether, you know, like here, are we resetting this bearish phase and are we going to have a huge move to the downside, or are we just done with the bearish phase and we're going to move into a bullish phase? We need to see continuation to step in. If we do see continuation, we'll only be on the cusp of a bullish movement, which means that, in my opinion, you know, a break above this 618 at 2.5 cent will mean absolutely nothing other than we have a lot higher price targets that we can now focus on. For example, I mean, the 0.5 is where I originally had my target on. I don't want to target anywhere smaller than that. I do have my eyes on the basically 5 cent, in my opinion. But yeah, like I said, really chop nation right now, not liking the chart setup too much. If we do calm down and we get stopped out down here in a profit, so be it. We'll just sit on the sidelines and look for another position of strength to play from, just like we did from down here. That is all I've got for you today for JASMY. As always, none of this is financial advice, and before I do wrap up the video, once again, if you did want to join the Discord, the link is in the description. It is just going to be a chill zone where everyone shares time-sensitive information, charts, memes, etc., etc., and where you can talk to the cowboy community. So I'll be in there. Hope to see you guys in there. That is all I've got for you today. As always, none of this is financial advice. Cowboy out, and yeah, peace.